Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is 11:05. A lot of good news in the market today. Well, interpretation of the news. We're going to go through that. So let's jump into it. Let's get the backdrop and see what we got so far. So futures market had oil over $100, as you could see from the headline. It has come down a little bit. It's trading at about $94. However, everything is green at the moment, from the market to the overall commodities, precious metals, Bitcoin. A little bit strange. I'll jump into my reasoning why in a second. I think there was quite a bit of headlines yesterday, and I'm not sure if anybody caught it. There's the NVIDIA conference that they had. Jensen, the CEO, made some crazy comments during the conference that spiked the stock up yesterday really quickly, and it came down where he talked about how much money the company plans to take in, which was crazy. He corrected it. I don't know, it was somewhere in the trillions, and it was corrected. He made, he basically said he spoke incorrectly in the timeline, but that the number or the figure is accurate. So that created a buzz. Yesterday, JP Morgan, I think it was yesterday or the day before, said, hey, Meta, you should fire a bunch of people and replace them with AI. Meta went and said, okay, we'll do that. We fire people. Their stock went up. And I think that's becoming the common theme. A lot of these large corporations are rewarding job cuts. And they're rewarding it because they're becoming more efficient and it's affecting their bottom line. Sad to say, the difference between Main Street and Wall Street is really starting to get a little concerning. However, the way I trade and invest is really just flexibility as to what's happening and the trends and the themes, and setting stop losses so that I'm not caught essentially in the wrong direction. So with that said, let's jump into what the market's doing today. The Nasdaq is up slightly. I think it was 3/4 of a basis point. Let's go ahead and break this down and zoom out a little bit. So yesterday we had kind of like a bucking the trend type of thing where it got above, it bounced off the 200-day moving average, and it refused to take, it has yet to take out that low where my cursor is here, that November, December low. It has not taken that out, which is a positive sign though. But I want to be completely honest. This is still not a healthy looking tape, and you only need to be invested to a certain degree because the setups are simply not there. You got a really nice bounce yesterday, but to be expected. I mean, oversold bounces happen, and short covering happens, and people buy stock that are beat down for tradable small rallies. And this is what it is. This is just a tradable, at least in my opinion, and I hope I'm wrong. I think it's just a tradable, bit of a dead cat bounce. I'm invested, but only about 30%, and I'm in a couple names in particular, and I'll identify that. So today, anyways, the market up. Yesterday, you really see the volume down. Look at where the volume was compared to the two previous days that were distribution days. So again, keep an eye on that. I mean, you got to zoom out and look at the big picture here. If you see that your day yesterday, everybody got excited about it, it's green, the market's up, but look at the volume was so much less than the prior three sessions that were red. That tells you that the days of distribution, the red days, they're selling at a faster pace than they're buying. That should tell you something, and that should keep you a little bit weary. And patience is a virtue in this market. Bitcoin, I'll jump to that. I talked about this the last 2 weeks. This was a tradable bounce. I personally took a position, as I mentioned a couple times on the video, at 65 and then again at 70. A decent sized position on a spot trade on the actual spot of Bitcoin. So far, so good. I'd love to take out this high of 76 that we hit yesterday. I still think I think the temporary bottom is in. It is my thesis that that's temporary and not long term. I do think that we will retest those lows again, but I would expect to see 80s in the near future, and I'm positioned accordingly. Gold really hanging around, not doing much. We had 3 down sessions today. It's finally up, but barely up. I really was looking for that support around that 50, and I think we're going to get it. I still think we're going to see 6,000 an ounce. I think this is a little bit of a distribution right now. I mean, gold's been on a rage. People are taking profits. You could see this red bar that just came in now. Wonder if any news dropped, because I'm not watching the news like I normally do on the moment to moment. So, oh yeah, news definitely dropped. Anyways, small caps are up, even though this came down. Finally, I think we touched on gas, oil, Nasdaq, the 10-year treasury down a little bit, but this is terrible for mortgage rates. By the way, we had mortgage rates about 3-4 weeks ago that hit a really low point, the first low point in a couple of years. I don't know the exact dollar, but it got interest rates in the fives. I'm sure they're back above the sixes now because of this. I wonder if Freddie and Fannie will be buying more mortgage-backed securities from a directive of Trump. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to really matter, to be honest with you. But anyways, the Fed chair meeting is next week. There is some people that actually think that the Fed might raise rates. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think nothing's going to happen. No raise, no cut. And I think the market kind of knows that. I think the market to a degree has priced in inflation, and I think that's what's been reflected. With that said, let's jump into some stocks that I'm trading. I'll lay out what I've talked about, what I'm in. Trade desk, I talked about buying this. I'm up now, I think 3 or 4% since I bought this last week. This was a COVID darling. The CEO sold the top, and it looks like he bought the bottom. Beginning of March, this guy liked to correlate that. That's this. I mean, this CEO dropped a ton of money. He knows something. So I follow the smart money. We'll see how that pans out. So far, so good, up 3-4%. Nothing to write home about. I traded Intuit a couple weeks ago where I mentioned it. Got fortunate, caught this low, sold this high. It was probably one of my better precise trades. And then I got back in. I'm now up on this 2 or 3% as well. I mentioned when I bought this. So yeah, I mean, Intuit's a good company, a major component of the market. As you can see, it was always trading between the 6s, 7s, and even got up to the 800s. Came all the way down to 350. I mean, talk about I don't want to say a once in a lifetime buy, but if you're a long-term investor, I find it hard to believe Intuit will not be back in a year or two back to these levels. You know, I did buy some for my IRA as well when I made this purchase. I have not sold that. The earnings gap was pretty good. Again, zoning out and you take a look at the volume. I mean, just look at this volume on this move. That was a move definitely not to be ignored, and you could tell that move really propelled this upward trajectory as we expected. A little bit of red here for some distribution, some sellers, but man, I mean, hard to ignore that. I would be willing to wager this is going to go higher, and especially with tax season and everything like that, you know, a small little theme. Okay, and I'm only going into the stocks I own and some ideas coming up. Micron. So here's the thing with Micron. I'm up on this trade. I'm up on this trade quite considerably. I had both call options and I had shares. So, you know, I have to make a decision. Tomorrow is earnings. I think they're going to do great. I think Micron is killing it. I think they're going to do great. Whether the stock market rewards them, I don't know. And I am up considerable in this market. I'm definitely going to take some profits off the table. Those calls I'm probably going to close out today, and then I'm probably going to close out half my position prior to the earnings. I'll probably close half, and then I'll look and see if I could do a spread, like a call option spread. I have to take a look at it. Anyways, I'm not advocating. This is not financial advice, rather for educational purposes. I'm not advocating to buy this, though. I think if you did not have earnings yesterday, this is a true breakout. I mean, if I had the pattern up, sorry, I'm twisted for words. This really is a true breakout. And if there was not earnings tomorrow, I would say this is a screaming buy. Hammer candle looking high here. I think it might be worth it if you don't have any skin in the game and you don't mind taking a couple calls and you know, maybe a little bit of a flyer for earnings. I would not say it's the worst idea, depending on how you've played the stock. This is my second go around on this stock, or I'm sorry, rather third. The first time I did great, second time I took a 5% loss, and this time I'm up quite considerably. So keep an eye. I think SanDisk, obviously, which basically trades in tandem with it. Also, very similar chart pattern, looking to break out. Not quite there. If you're looking for confirmation, would be above 725. But man, hard not to love this chart. You know, the memory stocks are all the rage right now. Now, let me just make sure SanDisk does not have earnings. So, you know, this is one, though. If Micron sells off after earnings, this will go down with it. If Micron goes up, this will go up with it. So, anyways, you know, I know some of you guys like a little bit of action. That might be one, so I'm still in that. Let's see, Redwire. I got back into this last week. You know, I've had some good and some bad. This chart really started to look promising. It's having a good day today. I did really good on earnings. I took a bit of a loss here. I think I took an 8% loss here. Then I did really good on earnings on calls. got out, and then I got back in on Thursday or Friday. It was one of the 2 days I got back in. So far up about 5% on my position. I like this chart pattern. Also, I think, and if it was, I got a pop up. Yeah, so BlackRock started a position. They weren't in this before. And I want some exposure to small cap growth names. I like the aerospace defense sector. So this is a position I took for transparency. I set an 8% stop loss, so I'm up 6 or 7% now, whatever. Okay, that was a relatively new buy last week. Um, I closed out my short on Rigetti. I don't know what the percentage was, but I lost like $1,000. I don't know, it wasn't much. I lost like $1,000 on it. I made a really good trade twice before on Rigetti on two shorts that did very well. I didn't want to be short this name anymore, even though it's down today. I didn't want to be short, as I do think long term I just think we were due for a bounce. The market is so oversold and so much like extreme fear that I thought we were due for a bounce. So I closed it out. So I'm no longer short any names at all. Doesn't mean I won't consider being short some names, but anyways. I think Open, I've talked about this. I've talked about this to nauseum. I think this is finally breaking out. I knew the time would eventually come. This was more of a patient type of thing. And again, I'm not going to beat this story up. I did really well last year on this name. I'm down now probably 25% on this name, even with today's move. So this is above the trend line, by the way. I don't have a chart of it. It's above the trend line. So what I want to say about Open is we are moving into a world of automation, managing overhead expenditures, and a world of technology revolution, so to say. It is my stance. Real estate agents are going to be a thing of the past. I think they're going to get phased out. You see it more and more with AI. This company simplifies real estate. They have very good leadership. They have their own in-house mortgage loans that are extremely competitive compared to the relative market. They have in-house closings through basically they have a one-stop shop for their title and real estate closings at a fraction of the cost of like real estate agents. I'm sorry, closing agents, real estate attorneys. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied this morning. So I think this is a company that's going to thrive in the new world. And I've said this since last year, and yes, this has sucked, being down at one point as much as 30% plus. But I think this is going to do good. And this is one of those conviction names for me. Again, I keep seeing companies add Vanguard, Morgan Stanley, you know. Anyways, that's what I have. I can only tell you what I'm doing. Whether you do it or not, I don't know what to tell you. That's a name I'm in. I think that's the only names that I'm in. I'm obviously not going through no, that's it. I'm going to give you a couple of ideas for the week. But that is it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So really precise. TGTX has caught my name. This is in my IRA. Really big move this morning. I want to see how this volume closes. Don't chase this, but this is an interesting move. I think this might have found bottom. So you could put this on your watch list. We need to see how this volume closes today. I would love to see this volume accelerate over the last prior 2 days. That would kind of give me an indication. But if you go look at the day that it made that move, you see the volume ticked up. I also saw this was another one here that BlackRock added to their position as well. So TGTX, one that you could put on your watch list for next week. Another one that I have back on my watch list is two names in copper. This is for me to have a copper exposure, Southern Copper. I do want to have copper in this ever-changing world that's going to be used for a lot of different things as the world begins to change. This is a name, this is not tradable for me. This is more of an investment. I have not bought it. I'm going to look to invest in it. This will probably get parked in my IRA. But if transversely, if you want exposure to a smaller stock, Ivanhoe, I traded this. I got stopped out. I lost 7% on this. Shitty trade. I got caught in this. Admittedly, I think I lost 7% somewhere on this. I don't know. But anyways, this name is a name that you could look at. I'm going to pick one of the two and I'm going to bury it in my IRA because I want to have exposure to that. And then probably, I know this is boring, but a very good looking chart is Dell. If you're into a cup with handle, this is a cup, this is a handle. Not that, I haven't owned Dell in years. But I will say a nice little pullback today, back to the moving average. This accelerated volume here, which was the move after earnings, and then shaking out the weaker hands. I have to bet this is probably going to go higher. I might take a little stab at this today. Not the sexiest name in the world, but that's okay. I don't care about sexy. I want to make money. And that's it. I think that's all I own. Yeah, that's it. I'm not short anything. I'm not long a ton of names. Bitcoin is probably one of my larger plays at the moment beyond Micron. Some conviction. Take a look at the market. Keep your eye on it. Always keep a look at oil. You know, I'll just pull up the chart here. I mean, this is a wild, wild ride. So the Iran war is going to be the biggest driver here. So see how that pans out. I might go short oil soon. I mean, I really had a inclination to go short oil yesterday. I'm not advising that for anybody, but I will say I really think this is coming down. And the minute we get some news that any kind of resolution happened in Iran, oil's coming down. Like it's gonna come down. This to buy these names, you're looking for a quick pop or a quick trade. I would not be in any of these names or oil itself. I think the Iran situation is gonna be worked out. I think Iran is going to capitulate soon. And all right, I'll finish off with America plays Venezuela tonight for the World Baseball Classic. Root for your country, whichever country I'm, and go America. All right, be back later this week.